So let's say that I am a youth minister, and I've just had a parent come to me and confide in me that their child, who's a teenager in my youth group, has been struggling with mental health issues for some time. The child, the youth, is in treatment and is safe and is getting help, but the parent just wanted me to know. Mm-hmm. How might I go about ministering to that teenager and to that family?
Okay, well, I think this, of course, is very common now, and it's really important to try to stay in touch with people as they are dealing with mental health challenges. It can be very challenging for parents as well as for children. In terms of speaking with the parent, sometimes people blame themselves for mental health challenges. There's such a stigma about mental health, and I think we want to try to connect in such a way that we, I don't want to say normalize, because that's not really a good word for the whole thing, but help people understand that, one, they're not alone, they're not the first person to ever experience this, and it is not necessarily a reflection on them or their ability to parent. But it is a challenge, and it is a challenge for the whole family. And I think it would be helpful to be able to talk to the family as a whole and, give each person a chance to say how they feel about it and what they need, what helps, and again, what hurts. Someone could have a mental health challenge. Perhaps they're taking medication, they're doing well, they're not quite where they hope to be yet, but they're struggling along. The other kids in the family might need a chance to talk about that, how it affects them. What we don't want to do is make the whole focus of the family be this child's problem, right? As if, the person suffering from a mental illness is nothing more than their mental illness.
Right.
And this is why I think we do need an alternative story.
Yeah.
And people can go to professionals to get treatment, but they need pastors to talk about what it all means to them. Right? Yeah. So as people are making meaning of their lives and kind of adjusting their story to make space for this new thing that's part of it, they need to find ways to talk about it that, recognize there may be some special needs and moments when, the family has to shift, but also, honor the person who is still there, who's still part of the family, and see if there are ways to, find to keep people connected, through the ups and downs of it.
Sure, because it's such a journey, and it's not just one moment or one situation. Typically, it can be such a long-standing kind of new normal to have to figure out.
Correct, yeah. And it can be extremely challenging. Financial resources are an issue. Anxiety about, what's going to happen, not really knowing. The uncertainty of it, can be a challenge for everyone involved.
Sure.
And so if we can just talk about it and kind of accept that this is a part of our lives now, but it's not all of our lives, I think that will help people, kind of endure. I mean, there are also some groups that are very helpful. NAMI, the National Association for Families Dealing with Mental Illness, is a really helpful kind of group. It's somewhat analogous to, how there's AA and then Al-Anon for families. I think support groups can be of tremendous importance, again, so people recognize they're not alone. This is increasingly common, sadly. And, we have treatment and there are ways to cope. And the other thing is that people with mental illnesses contribute in huge ways to the public good, the common life. And so we don't want to assume, oh, it's all over.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. It's a part of the story.
It's
not
a part
whole
of the story, but not all of it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.